Planet Coaster 2 is finally upon us, and boy oh boy am I excited. Especially for those juicy swimming pools, because it's getting hot here in Australia. Like, seriously hot. Here's a little footage of me after building my first pool. I can finally do all the things I've been banned from doing in the real world, like diving and people watching underwater. Hey, where are you going? But welcoming the long-awaited Planet Coaster 2 also means saying goodbye to Planet Coaster 1. And sometimes saying goodbye means taking those half-finished projects and, well, flushing them down the toilet while crying like a little girl. So I'd appreciate if you hung around for a minute to honor these fallen projects. Or if you have to, skip ahead. Yep, I didn't just let them go quietly. No, I cried the way I sneeze. Loud and unapologetic. But then I realized something. Getting rid of unfinished projects isn't so bad. After all, I'm not doing this for fame and glory. I'm here for the fun. The journey of building.
Mr. Albriss, what do you get out of this? Do you enjoy playing the game? Is it a passion?
Oh, absolutely not. In fact, I hate it. I'm only doing this for the fame and glory. That's it. Fame and glory. But enough nonsense. It's time to dive into Planet Coaster 2 and kick things off with an epic blueprint. Today, I'll show you how I turn that into this. So welcome back everyone to Use This, Not That. Here come the pieces! The swimming pools the base game provides look fantastic, but they are way too clean for my filthy guests. So let's rough them up by covering those walls and floors with my new favorite piece, the Viking themed stone trim. You'll be seeing a lot more of it today. After dressing up our pool and platform with some nice slippery rocks to punish guests for running, it's time to create our first temple wall. I used a regular wall for size reference and covered it up with the same stone. Didn't want to go too crazy with details, so I added a Viking sign for some additional flair. Or whatever fancy French word you'd like to use for that. The game's sizing is absolutely fantastic, and honestly, I wish I could downsize my huge
nose
in real life. The temple ruin arches have the perfect look for today's build, so I lined them up to make a half-round roof illusion. Just move them ever so slightly to get that subtle ruined look. I grabbed another Viking sign, resized it to fit our wall and placed it on either side of the columns. Then, for a bit of ancient charm, I added the stone statue of this lovely lady. Copy it over to the other side and add some Viking stone decoration on top. Slap some stone trim to connect the walls and voila! The first segment is done. Now for the second level, we copy our first wall and slap it right on top. Then take our stone lady again and max her size before embedding her in the wall. I used black arch shapes to cover her feet and give the illusion of a dark tunnel. Now that's efficiency. Longtime viewers know I love nothing more than circling things around. So I grabbed the half arch from the temple ruins, copied it and circled the living daylights out of it to make a dome. I repeated this, reducing some dome sizes as we go up to create the layered pagoda effect. I finished it off with some stone trim and an antique vase for good measure. For our centerpiece, we need another statuesque beauty. Max out her size again, then cover her face with stone trims. It's a bit fiddly, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. I did, after all. I used corner trims to fill in any gaps and finished off the top as we did before. For variety, however, I threw on some Viking column heads. For the base, I used bigger stone trims and angled them at 11.25 degrees. It's absolutely crucial to use the world axis unless you want pieces flying everywhere. At the bottom, I used half arches and angled them to add some unique shape to the base. With all that done, it's time to assemble the pieces like DC heroes teaming up with Harry Potter or something like that. I deleted some walls to give guests room and mixed and matched everything to my liking. You might have noticed by now that I'm obsessed with this Viking stone trim. I used it here to create big stone clusters which totally sell the illusion of a collapsed temple. Plus, it covers up all the gaps my lazy self left exposed. Nice, right? For the final touch, I used the Viking rock sculpture and colored it to match. The moss texture is just chef's kiss for our pool and surroundings. Since the whole back of the build is still exposed, I used giant rocks to cover it all up, leaving only a path for guests to enter the queue. A bit of foliage and boom! Our Angkor Wat-Slide is complete. I hope you enjoyed today's first episode of Use This Not That in Planet Coaster 2. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. Or, send some cash, I don't mind. Either way, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a good one and I'll see you around. Bye!